if you've been following my YouTube channel over the last couple of weeks, you'll notice that I've been playing a lot of Q-Block. And I've had a lot of fun with it. Q-Block has, it's been refreshing, it's been new, it's been interesting. But I've played a lot of it, and, well, I've wanted to play something a bit different. And it's been a long time since I've played Quest Priest with Reno. I've played a lot of Reno Priest, but not with the Quest. So, what is it about the Quest that appeals to me? Well, Death Rattle minions. I love Death Rattle minions. So, anytime I get to play Cairne, I love Cairne. Cairne Bloodhoof is an amazing card. Anytime I get to play Cairne and, I don't know, get another copy of Cairne, and just have Cairns everywhere, well, it's good times. And as you can see, this is a big Druid who's going all in here with Yasharaj. Unfortunately for him, Lightbomb is in play, and look, unfortunately the Lich King comes out. And that is why Lightbomb is such a good card. I bet people still wish they had access to it in standard mode. But yes, all the cairns, all the value. Now he's got 22 armor, but it doesn't really matter here. Must remember to heal face first. Yes, it doesn't really matter because we have Shadow Reaper Anduin. Oh look, Deathwing into Deathwing. You don't see that every day. But we can kill it quite easily. And all of a sudden, that armor total isn't looking so good for him anymore. And yes, our health total isn't great, but I mean, we can heal, and we can heal to 40. We can then take damage and play Reno and heal back to 40. And by the looks of things, I think he's rage quit. Feels good making a big Druid rage quit. Yeah. Okay, so Reno Quest Priest. So we're playing, I love this name, we're playing MoleMitts12's. MoleMitts12's, what a name. We're playing his or her Reno Enzoth Questing Priest. And as you can see, there is a wide selection of different Death Rattle minions. There's a wide selection of board clears and AoE, and well, we have the quest, so it's quite self-explanatory really. Zola the Gorgan is an interesting addition into this deck from the Kobolds and Catacombs expansion, and the value is immense. You know, as you saw in that earlier clip, getting Cairne Bloodhoof, a copy of it back to your hand is pretty amazing. A golden copy, no less. Sometimes just getting a Sludge Belcher back to hand that you can then play again is insane if it blocks damage to your face. So I'm a big fan of Zola the Gorgan, and she is very cheap to play. So let's have a look at a quick game of this deck in action on the wild mode ladder, a full game against a Warlock. So I'm keeping the quest. And there's arguments to be made for when you keep the quest, when you don't keep the quest. If you're going up against aggro, you probably don't want to keep it. You want to hunt for other cards. You want to hunt for other cheap cards that you can play early. You want to hunt for AoE, perhaps. But we don't know what kind of a Warlock this is. If this will be, let's say, an aggressive Zoolock, or is it going to be a Q-Block, or a Reno Lock? Hard to say. But look at our hand. We have 3 further Death Rattle minions that we can play to keep that quest going. Oh, and we lose the Cairne. Oh no. I guess you could call that justice. You know, in that previous highlight you saw at the start of the video, we got insane value on Cairne. Well, I guess what goes around comes around. We got value on him, now we get 0 value on him. That's a shame. You see, one play here would have been to have killed my own Deathlord and let the Doomsday go off. But I actually value the Deathlord here. I value the body. He may have to work very, very hard to get through it. He may invest an awful lot to get through, so it's fine. I was considering Zola here, but maybe Shredder's just better. Managed to remember there to get my Shredder placement correct in the middle. That's pretty important. Dark Peddler, see, that's an interesting card. You don't see very much of that card anymore. I mean, it used to be a staple in nearly every Warlock deck. But it's seen a reduction in play recently. It's interesting. So he was very desperate to kill off my Deathlord. And I really don't want to pop his Void Caller. I mean, that could end up being terrible for me. So I think in this situation, we use our potion. I mean, I don't know if there's any real reason to have used the potion there. We could have used the Loot Hoarder. I'm actually taking a copy of Shredder. I think getting a Shredder back to hand there is pretty good. Oh my god, he gets his own Zola app without the value. That is such a shame for him, and really good for me. But yeah, having another Shredder back in hand is good. Shredder's just really good for drop. Just really, really good value. Sticky, great value. Speaking of value, oh, Mal'Ganis, getting him some value there with the buff effect. So we accelerate our quest here. And I'm going for the Shredder, just so I want something sticky on board. I think we pretty much know what we're doing next turn. We're going to play Shadow Reaper Anduin. We have to get rid of Mal'Ganis. Oh, that's really good. And we don't care about Rin. That's fine. Ooh, but we've got Lightbomb. Oh, do we Lightbomb or do we play Shadow Reaper Anduin? Could be worse. I think we Lightbomb here. I think that's better. We can save Shadow Reaper Anduin. Oh, that's really good. And strangely, the Silverhand Recruits just combo very, very well with my hero power once Anduin gets played. I feel really sorry for my opponent. They've had some terrible luck. They had Zola come out, they had Kazakus come out without the battlecry effects. And do you know what's crazy in this game? The Warlock's nearly dead. And we've not played Anduin yet. We've not played Raza yet. This is pretty crazy. So the question is, how do we navigate this?
Light has betrayed me.
Playing Anduin now is sensible because it's going to set us up for lethal. Hopefully next turn with the Silverhand Recruits doing damage to his face. He would need Reno. The second seal is certainly not going to do it for him. He's playing a very slow version of Reno Lock. And there's the third seal. Yep, that's going to do nothing for him. I think he knows he's probably dead here. Yeah. Killed by Silverhand recruits. What a way to go. Well, at least he's okay about it. He's greeting me. Oh, maybe he's not okay with it. Oh, he's spamming the emotes there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so this dude was not happy. He sent me a friend request after the game was over, and here's what he said. So he said, LOL, really, with Reno Priest, only effing rank 5 on Wild, I'm really bad at this game. What can I say? You know, that's Hearthstone, right? It's RNG, and for someone to get so worked up over losing that one game, I mean, clearly they take the game far too seriously. To send me a friend request and to type all of that, I mean, come on, get a life, you know? What was the point? And of course, with these little outbursts, I never respond. I just read them, screenshot them, and then defriend them. On a contrasting note, I had a friend request from a player that beat me, and they recognised me from YouTube. And I'm actually getting that quite a bit now. I'm getting friend requests from people asking me if I'm the YouTube guy, as it says there. And what a nice conversation. Yeah, he even apologises for milling me. He played Mill Rogue and he milled me and I died, and he's like, oh, I'm really sorry for playing Mill Rogue. This is a really nice conversation, and then we proceed to have a chat about the deck he's playing. So I just found this fascinating, you know, within half an hour of each other, two contrasting yet very interesting conversations with different people in Hearthstone. So, MoleMitts12's Reno questing priest. Still love that name, MoleMitts12. It's brilliant. This is a fun deck. It's an effective deck. Not so good against Mill Rogue, obviously, but still a really, really fun deck to play. If you enjoy Death Rattle minions, this deck's got Death Rattle minions, plenty of them. If you enjoy playing Reno Jackson and healing, you know, you've got the quest plus Reno. So, you know, it's a strong control style deck, but you can also be very aggressive, and people forget that. A steady stream of early Death Rattle minions, you know, so for example, a Loot Hoarder, into a Dark Cultist, into a Piloted Shredder, that's actually quite aggressive. And if you're going up against a slow opponent, you can actually do a lot of damage to them before they find a way to clear these Death Rattle minions. And then they invest AoE and multiple board clears, you play Ken Bloodhoof and they're sad, and they invest lots of different things to kill Ken. And then you just play Enzoth the Corruptor, bring the minions back to life, get lethal, win the game. That's how a number of the games do work out. So anyway, MoleMitts12's Reno questing Enzoth Priest. What I'd be interested in is some feedback from you guys who are watching this video. What do you think of Zola the Gorgan? Do you think she's worthy of being included in that 3-mana slot? And what do you think of the Death Rattle minions, a selection of them? Are there any you'd change? And finally, Shadow Madness. Would you play it? Is it worth it? We've got Potion of Madness. Is Shadow Madness worthwhile? Anyway, please leave your feedback in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.